Hey friends, welcome back to Homestead by the Highway. My name's Carrie and I have an AZURE haul after several months of not having one. I am so happy. There were a few things that we really needed and a few things that I've been wanting to try. So I do have these here today, and I did not get orders during the summer. I just don't have a job that can do the variable delivery time with AZURE. And I have once in a while been able to ask people to hold it for me and whatnot. But in this case, yesterday was Monday and that is my busiest day at work. And AZURE came at 2 o'clock to the delivery point. My husband was able to go and pick it up. They held it for me and I was able to go get it. So, and that always makes me nervous when I have fridge and freezer items. So I do have a couple of fridge and freezer items, so let's get started. I do want to start off with one tip so I don't forget. We are going into, my next order will be in September, and I want to encourage you, if you are someone who gets a lot of stuff for baking or baked goods, start ordering it in December or in September, because if you wait until the holiday baking time, it will be gone. And I shouldn't say it like that, but a lot of people are like, they're out of pumpkin pie filling and it's my November order. Don't wait till November to get your pumpkin pie filling. Get your pumpkin pie filling, your chocolate chips, your extra sugar. Sugar I don't think is usually an issue. If you like a special vanilla or all of those things, pick them up now. Start getting them in September and October. So by the time you get to November and December, you already have that stuff before it goes out of stock. So I want to encourage you to do that. And you'll see I picked up a few gifts that are actually for Christmas. So let's get started. The first thing I want to do, because I'm going to pull it out of the freezer and put it right back in the freezer, is I got a 5-pound box of mangoes. These are frozen mangoes, and they were, oh, I wrote it right on the front. They were $19.64, and that is what's in the mangoes. And I got these, and everybody says, how does your fruit come? I live in Southwest Michigan, so I am one of the further stops from AZURE, other than people that are further towards the East Coast. This is how my mangoes came. They are not a solid block by any means. A little bit, ooh, nope, not even that. They came very, very well for us. And I want to mention, it was 90 degrees here yesterday when our delivery came. So thank you to my people who unloaded the truck without me there. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you see this video. You unload the truck as a team, and I hate it when I can't be there and I have stuff. I did get one really heavy thing as well, but my mangoes sat outside for probably, I'm guessing it took them 30 minutes to unload our truck. We do the frozen stuff last. We unload at a shopping, like a grocery store, and we bring out a cart, and anybody who's not there, their stuff gets loaded into the cart and it goes inside. And thank you so much to the owner who I called and I said, can you just put this one box in the freezer? And he said he had already done it. So, because my husband couldn't get there for another hour. And so we're very blessed in that sense. So I want you to know that even with all of that, my mangoes still are not a solid block. I do know that happens once in a while, but mine made it and they're beautiful. The other fridge item I've got, if you've been around for a while, the Nancy's Organic Probiotic Sour Cream. This was $5.30 this month, and I usually think I pay $4, but it might usually be on sale when I buy it. I didn't go look, so love the stuff. I get it. Every time I order, I get one. This was a pricey order for me because I purchased a lot of like supplements. So, but we'll stick in the food here for a minute. Onions, sweet organic, 3-pound bag. This is new. I don't know when they started this. The last time I've gotten onions, they've always come in a clear white plastic bag. So the net bags are new, which I'm very happy about. This 3-pound bag was $6.95, which came just in time because I just used our last onion. And these are organic red onions. Once in a while on salads, and there's things that I crave red onions for, so I grabbed some red onions this time. The red onions were $7.50 for the 3-pound bag. I ordered xanthan gum. It says blend into gluten-free flours for tender baked goods, and it was $7.90 for, I think there's about that much in there, but I'm sure you probably just use like a half a teaspoon. This is 5 ounces. I got this. We have a gal at my work that is gluten-free, and I've been trying to randomly make something that she can also be included in when I'm just randomly baking, even though I don't have to eat that way. I don't mind eating that way, but so somebody said that this would up the game on a few things that I've baked, so I picked up some of that specifically for that. I've only got one more food item, but we're going to do that last because it's big. So in this, supplements, if you've watched for a while, I've been taking the Lion's Mane. This is the Lion's Mane I've been taking, and this is 180 veggie tabs. I take 2 a day. I think it says to take 3. It says to take 3. I only take 2 a day, and notice a difference. These were $31.23 for these if you take Lion's Mane. The best by date on it is 6/27, so it's got a great date on it, but I'll take them before then. Do your research on Lion's Mane. It is not for everybody. If you take any Adderall, Vyvanse, Ritalin, those kinds of things, this probably shouldn't be something that you take, so read carefully. Don't just go taking a supplement. I bought this one. I think this is what, I don't know if this is what they're switching to. I apologize. I'm not sure why my camera is just, if this is what they're switching to, or I picked this one up because it was on sale. So this is another brand, and I don't actually think I meant to order both. And with 2 months of putting stuff in my cart and out of my cart because it wasn't on sale anymore because I didn't check out and that kind of stuff. This was $15.74. It is good until 5/28, and this is 128 or 120 capsules. So 120 capsules on that, and so I figured I'd give them a try. They were probably on sale. D3, I've ordered this many times. D3, I've ordered this many times, and I like them. They're just a little chewable. These are 5,000 international units, and they're $17.76 for 90 of them. So it's a 90-day supply if you do 1 a day on those. This one I put in my cart so I could do some research on it and didn't take it out of my cart. So I got it. This is the same brand as the new, I'm guessing this is their new line, Nutri. This is a GLP-1 complex, pro and postbiotic, 100 million AFU and TFUs. It's a 450 milligram capsule. It's got cinnamon for digestion, chromium for gut health, and fenugreek for your microbiome. It's 90 capsules, and its serving size is 1 a day. So it's a 90-day supply. It was $24.19. Expiration is 2/27. Again, I put this in my cart because I wanted to research it, only because I do work in a pharmacy, and a lot of GLP-1 stuff is just flooding the market right now, and I ended up getting it because I didn't research it and take it back out of my cart. So now I have it. So we'll see. I'll do your research on it, and and we'll see. Like I said, GLP-1s are flooding the market, and they are all not created equal, and not everybody should start them. So there's my little tidbit on that. This, I needed dish soap, so I just went and got the giant one to just make it easy. I have the giant one in the dishwasher gel, and we love that. I have it, the giant one in the cleaner. I have the giant one in the toilet bowl cleaner. So I just went ahead and got the big one in this, and it is $19.36 for this big one, which this is probably a 3-year supply for me at least. It's 128 fluid ounces. I love this stuff because it's fragrance free. I have a huge problem with fragrances, so this was something that I needed to pick up. This is, AZURE carries so much more than just food and supplements, friends. This is a divider cup. I do make a lot of salads in mason jars, or I'll have something where I just want crunchies or something, and this was a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, but maybe they have 2 sizes. I don't remember. This, it doesn't say like how many ounces or this holds. I'm guessing like almost a half. I'm betting this is a half a cup. I was thinking it was going to be like this, so I could put just like some little crunchies or seeds or something in, which that's fine. It is 100% silicone, dishwasher safe. It is from the brand name Mason Jar, and it basically, I brought out a mason jar just so that I could show you. It sits in there. It has its own, it has a lid that you can screw on top. I also have these lids, and I think it fits over those as well. So that works as well. And that was, it was $6.95. So like I said, I can't remember if there were 2 sizes or not. This order was like ongoing in and out of my cart for several months. So that is all that. Let me grab the one last item. I think it's been over a year now ago, I accidentally ordered the 50-pound bag of potatoes in my order, and I've ordered it several times since. If I had not accidentally done it, I probably wouldn't have done it again, but I do find that it is very cost effective, as well as it works. If you are going to, there's just 2 of us here. If you are going to prep your potatoes, we are 100% out of diced potatoes in our freezer. We're 100% out of twice baked potatoes in our freezer. I think I've got about 6 jars, 5 or 6 jars left that are canned. Canned is not my favorite with russet potatoes, so I probably won't can on any of these. I do have some hash browns still. This is my last jar of hash browns. I cannot remember if these ones are dehydrated or freeze dried. It's one or the other, because I don't remember if I had my freeze dryer yet when I did this batch. So I'll probably do some that way, but definitely diced potatoes and twice baked potatoes. I will link, I did videos for those. I will link them down below. The twice baked potatoes freeze. I just freeze 2 halves in a little thing, and my husband and I pull them out for sides. They cook so fast because they're already fully cooked, so it makes a great side when you don't really have time for sides, and that is me. Okay, the deal on this potatoes, I think this usually runs like $54. I got it in the bargain bin for $25. So I took the chance that the bargain bin was going to do me right. It says they're starting to sprout. Starting to sprout is not an issue to me. So I got these, and so I had not even opened them yet. I waited to open them with you to see what does sprouting really mean, because The bargain bins do have some good deals, but sometimes with produce I get really leery. One time from AZURE, I did order the big, giant case of potatoes. If you order the giant case and not these individual bags, you get giant russet potatoes. I did not get through them because I did not have time to dice some up and freeze some. It would have been great because it would have been fewer potatoes to wash. We did eat almost the whole thing, but they were huge. They were so huge I couldn't get them into my air fryer to make baked potatoes with them, and it was crazy. So I do, if you want giant potatoes, pay the extra and get the case. These ones are bags of potatoes, and this is what they mean by sprouting. Hopefully you can. So there are the tiniest little sprouts. So I'm going to have to address these. I'm going to take these down into my basement. I am going to have to address these this weekend. It's like going to not be optional. I'm going to pull all these out so they can breathe. It looks like this one has a little bit of a damp spot on it. I don't see like any rotten ones though. So when you order this, you get 10 5-pound bags. So yeah, they barely have a little bit of sprouting on them. So I am very happy with that $25. That's $25 off for a little bit of sprouting. That is huge. I will take that any day. So friends, my order this month, I didn't pull up my details on my total order. I know it was over $200, and that was because of all the supplements. Like I said, I didn't even mean to order this one. Oh, I have one more item. If my sister is watching, close your eyes. I got 3 of these. These are for gifts. And these are the unscented organic magic balm for hands, face, and body by Dr. Bronner's. I had this stuff. I used it. I got a sunburn, and this whole part of my chest was burnt, and the sides of my neck were a little burnt. I had a little spot where your bend right here is in your arm. That was burnt. It was so crazy, and it wasn't like it was an all over burn. This stuff was heavenly. This was it. Magic was not even the word for it. And I've used it on other things as well. I have a spot on my foot where the skin will peel off and it'll be like completely raw. It's probably TMI. I put a little bit of this on it with a Band-Aid for a few hours, and it totally game changer for the pain level in it. There's nothing in here that should be for pain. There's no menthol, nothing like that. This stuff was magic. So these are $10.44 a thing, and they weren't supposed to ship. They were going to be out of stock is what my order kept saying. So they said out of stock, and I wasn't going to get them, and I was so bummed, and that's why I was trying to order them early, because I want them for gifts. My sister, if you're watching, you're getting yours for your birthday, so happy birthday. The other ones are for my daughter and my niece for Christmas. So I have those. That was another thing. So like I said, my order was high because of supplements, but I did get 3 gifts, part of their gifts, in with that. So, and then a $25 bag of potatoes. That was amazing. And that is it, friends. I thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. And if you want to know more about AZURE, pop me a question in below. If you already order from AZURE, let me know what state you're in. If you don't mind saying what state, I love to see where people are watching from and that kind of stuff. I appreciate you. I appreciate your time. Have an amazing day.